There are people in your life who can ruin your mood with one phone call. They can question your decisions, interrupt your peace, make you feel guilty for saying no. And somehow, they know things about your life that you never really wanted them to know. But here's the question most of us never stop to ask. Who gave them that much access? Not everyone who knows you deserves to know everything about you. Not everyone you love deserves unlimited access to your time. And not everyone who has been in your life for years deserves a front row seat to your future. This is what I call the access rule. People should only have the level of access to you that their behavior has earned. Think about that for a moment, because most of us don't choose access consciously. We inherit it. Someone is family, so they know everything. Someone is an old friend, so we answer every call. Someone helped us once, so we feel guilty creating distance. Someone says, "I'm only asking because I care," so we answer questions we never wanted to answer. And slowly, without realizing it, we give people access to our time, our emotions, our private struggles, even our decisions, simply because they have always had it. But history with you is not the same as permission to you, and love is not a lifetime membership to every part of your life. Imagine your life as a house. Some people belong at the front door. You can be kind to them, respectful, warm, but they don't need to know what happens in every room. Some people belong in the living room. You enjoy them. You trust them with certain things. You let them get a little closer. Then there are the people you allow into the private rooms of your life. Your fears, your failures, your relationships, your plans. The things that can actually hurt you if they are handled carelessly. And that level of access should never be automatic. It should be earned. Here is one of the simplest ways to know when someone has too much access. Pay attention to what happens after you interact with them. Do you usually feel understood or examined? Do you feel supported or smaller? Can you disagree without being punished for it? Can you say no without receiving guilt, silence, anger, or pressure in return? And when you share something vulnerable, does it stay safe with them? Because trust is not measured by how close someone wants to be to you. It is measured by what they do with the closeness you give them. And this is where the access rule becomes difficult. When someone repeatedly mishandles access, you don't always need a dramatic confrontation. You may simply need to change the level. Maybe you stop explaining every decision. Maybe you stop sharing plans before they happen. Maybe you don't answer immediately every time they call. Maybe certain conversations become shorter. Maybe some personal information becomes private again. And sometimes, someone who once had a front row seat in your life needs to sit a few rows back. Not because you hate them, not because you're trying to punish them, but because closeness without respect eventually becomes intrusion. And please understand this. Reducing someone's access does not automatically make you cruel. You can love someone and tell them less. You can respect someone and see them less. You can forgive someone and still trust them differently. Forgiveness can be given. Access has to be earned. There is one question I want you to remember after this video. Whenever someone repeatedly disturbs your peace, crosses a line, or makes you feel guilty for protecting yourself, don't immediately ask, "How do I make them understand me?" Ask, "Has this person actually earned the level of access I'm giving them?" That question can change a relationship without changing a single person. Because you cannot always control how people behave, but you can decide how close their behavior is allowed to get to you. And maybe that is one of the quietest forms of self-respect. Not removing everyone from your life, but finally putting people at the distance their behavior deserves. If one person came to mind while you were listening to this, don't ignore that feeling. Take a moment and ask yourself what level of access they have and what level they have actually earned. And if you want more conversations like this, about human behavior, relationships, and understanding yourself, subscribe to Vera Mind. Because peace doesn't always begin when difficult people change. Sometimes, it begins when their access does.